How you doing?
Not bad. Busy, yes.
Still planning your birthday?
Still planning my birthday, yes. Yes.
I did see that you posted a large glass pineapple.
Yes! I was very excited about my pineapple. My husband's not so keen on the pineapple and thinks that this will probably be something that goes to the recycling centre after the party. But let's see. It's a drink dispenser. According to the label, water, but I think we can use it for something else. Let's see.
So what have you been up to other than planning? Have you been out and about anywhere exciting?
No.
Okay, well I'll jump in with me then. So
Please do. What have you been up to?
Saturday there was free music everywhere. I didn't get to as much as I had planned, but it was the tail end of the Jazz Espa on Espan Lover, which I didn't make it to. There were two free shows in Karpelitetus at one of the galleries, which I didn't make it to. I did, however, make it to Kallio Block Party this year. However, because I hadn't checked the map, as soon as I checked the map, I was like, that's not in Kallio, that's in Alpila, as we know,
Okay.
because we are well aware of the differences.
We are, yes.
But yes, I saw one band that I really liked and one band that I didn't like so much, I'll say. Atte Nordberg was... he was introduced as Finland's James Brown.
Okay.
I mean, he was good. He wasn't James Brown good. I did see James Brown a couple of years before he died, and James Brown was amazing. But Atte Nordberg, with some work, could be somewhere vaguely close to that.
On the way.
Yeah, good band, great performance. I got some pictures from that I can put on our socials. Then the band I liked less was Mammalian Alien.
Okay.
They claim to be an early 2000s punk pop hardcore with a bit of Britpop thrown in. But I just got they're loud and they're shouting at me and they're not wearing t-shirts.
Interesting combos.
They were very good at posing, but not so good with the music.
Room for improvement, it sounds.
Definitely. However, I do want to have a little rant about Kallio Block Party, because Kallio Block Party is meant to be all about great live music and all of this. There were 9 stages and only one of them had live music on it.
Oh, so lots of DJs.
Lots of very loud boom, boom, boom music, as my mum would say. Anyway, I came home from that, had dinner, and then went out again, because in Harjanmori there was a couple of bands playing. One of them was my mate's band. He is called Nobody, but this is the first time I've seen him with a full band.
Sorry, he is called Nobody or the band is called...
His artist name is Nobody.
Okay, right, now I'm with you.
He used to have a band when I organised shows called Thomas Nobody, but then when he went solo he became Nobody. And he plays acoustic black metal, but it's now become much more sort of country and folk than it used to be. But yeah, he's good. He was playing acoustic and singing. He had a mandolin player, a bass player, and a cajon player.
Okay, but he's solo artist with backup artists behind him.
He's now a band, yes.
Oh, he's a band. Okay.
Yes. I was I went in a t-shirt. It was getting late into the evening, and they had decided to move it outside because the weather was good. However, I hadn't thought they would, so I was freezing by the time he finished, and I didn't get to see the band after, who I also wanted to see. So out of an original list of 12 bands and artists I wanted to see on Saturday, I saw 2.5. But I did do something.
You did, yes.
And yeah, I'm kind of saving myself for this weekend, because it's Helsinki Metal Festival this weekend.
Ah, it is too.
Yes. I should put the emphasis on the fact it's Helsinki Metal Festival, because it's got 2 L's in it.
Helsinki, yes.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I feel like I should say my life seems very boring at the moment. Yeah, no. I smoked some fish, or actually, I bought the fish and my husband smoked it. There you go. Oh, but my dad's arriving this week, so he's here for a very brief period, and then he goes off to Norway, and then he'll come back in time for the party. My brother is coming in time for the party.
I guess without further ado, we should bring on the Suomenlinna episode.
Let's talk about Suomenlinna.
Actually, Yep, that's something I forgot. Before we talk about the Suomenlinna episode, I went to Suomenlinna as well.
Oh, like an extra Suomenlinna trip.
Yeah, I went family picnic day.
Nice.
So it was me, my eldest, my youngest, and my wife. We had a wander. It was very, very windy that day. No, it was nice. Just had a little wander around the island, and Thomas either hasn't been there or hasn't been there in memory. You know what it's like with a 5-year-old. I struggle to remember. I don't think he's ever been there, to be honest.
Okay.
But I plan to go back there again before the end of September because there's an exhibition in the church, which I didn't know about when we went, on the history of the church and Suomenlinna.
Oh, nice.
It's €5 entrance for anyone wanting to go, and I think it's on between 11 and 6 Monday to Friday.
Okay, that's if you need a reason to go during the week, there's a good reason. There you go. Yeah. A weekday trip to Suomenlinna.
Exactly, yeah. Anyway, on to the episode. Anything to say about the episode? We had a good walk. My feet hurt by the end of it.
We had a lovely walk. The weather was... Actually, you can listen to the episode. That's better.
Suomenlinna today.
Suomenlinna, very, very exciting. Unfortunately, HSL, I didn't check the app properly, and had I checked the app properly and put in my final destination, I might not have arranged to meet as early as we did, because now we're standing here for 20 minutes twiddling our thumbs.
Drinking some rather average coffee.
Yeah, so I got my coffee from the ferry that came from Krugerwaterranta. It's not too bad.
Oh, okay.
Actually.
Mine's quite average, but she was very nice.
Okay, that helps. There's actually a ferry here waiting. I'm not sure. I guess this is the one that we'll be riding on.
Well, one left just as I was walking along Esplanade.
Okay.
So I reckon if we've been, I reckon it's half an hour until this one when it becomes 20 minutes. We have just arrived in Suomenlinna.
Yes, which is district number... I can't remember anymore.
52.
52.
Whoever did the map just randomly numbered things, because this should be in the single figures.
You would think so, yes.
So, what is it in Swedish?
Sveabody.
And what did it used to be called?
Sveabody.
No?
No. I don't know. I only know it as either Suomenlinna or Sveabody.
Wasn't it Viapori?
Oh, Viapori. Yes, you're quite right.
I actually haven't written it down. I just read it so many times it's stuck in my head.
Yes.
So, this is 2.1 square kilometres of area, which is quite large for islands. The population is 700 to 800-ish.
Yes.
Now, this is because some people only live here in the summer.
Yes.
And some people only live here in the winter.
Yes.
There is a sort of community commune building, which is you are invited to live there. You make an application, you're invited to live there. I heard about this on the All Points North podcast.
Okay, right.
So if you want to find out more about that, scroll through there, because there is actually there is an episode on Suomenlinna.
Okay. Does that population include the open prison?
I don't know, is the answer. But it would be population, wouldn't it? They would count.
They would count.
That's probably why it's 700 to 800.
So I read that the permanent population, people that are here all year round, sits about 300.
Okay, yeah. There are 386 jobs as of the end of 2022.
Okay.
Which doesn't seem that many for a tourist island.
Okay, so we've got some double up. A lot of the people that are working on the maintenance of the island are the prisoners.
Yes.
So maybe there's some sort of like, we're not going to cut the prisoners because they're not employees as such. They're serving out their service.
Postal codes. Do you know what the postcode is?
Is it 00150?
No, it's 00190.
190. Okay.
Yes. As an historical monument and tourist attraction, its cultural value is significant to the country and it's a strong part of Helsinki's identity.
Yes.
The fortress also had a significant influence on Helsinki being named the capital back in 1812.
Yes.
Construction of Suomenlinna began in 1748 and until 1918 it was officially known in Finnish as Viapori. I did write it down.
There you go.
Based on its Swedish name Sveaborg. In 1991, Suomenlinna was added to the UNESCO World Heritage List. In 2019, the fortress was visited by about 1 million visitors.
Yes.
Suomenlinna is renovated and maintained by the Suomenlinna Management Board, which is a government agency under the Ministry of Education and Culture. So, there are 8 islands.
There are, yes.
They are. Shall I do this or not?
Oh, okay, so we've got Iso Mustasaari, we've got...
Stop.
Up.
Iso Mustasaari is the main island where the ferry docks, where we are now.
Yes.
It is the centre of everyday life, hosting the Suomenlinna church, cafes and the toy museum.
Yes.
Next.
There's also the brewery and the supermarket here. They're a very important part of daily life.
This is just touching on little bits.
Okay, all right. Next, are we doing them in size?
No.
No? Because Lonna is actually part of Suomenlinna, even though it's an island just
I know.
over there.
I know.
Okay, so what's next?
Would you like me to do it?
You do next.
Okay. I have them in the order of Kustanmiekka, which is located at the southern tip, known for its historic bastion walls and the King's Gate.
Yes.
So that's over that way.
That way, yes.
There's Susisaari, the second largest island.
Yes.
Known for the submarine and the Suomenlinna Museum.
Yes.
Iso Mustasaari we just covered, which we're on now.
Yep.
Pikku Mustasaari, connected to Iso Mustasaari, mostly utilised as a Finnish Naval Academy base.
Yep, that's over there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lantsi Mustasaari, a predominantly residential island located to the west of Pikku Mustasaari.
Yes.
Särkä, a smaller island located closest to the Kaivopuisto mainland, famous for its 18th century gunpowder magazine and summer restaurant.
Yes.
Then there is Pormestarin Luodot.
Yes.
They are actually a pair.
That's
of
these
rocky,
islands.
Yes.
These ones just here.
They are a pair of rocky, unfortified islets. They're not even islands, they're islets.
Yeah. Islets.
Often referred to collectively as one of the 8.
Yes.
And then Lonna, the northernmost island of the group, which features a former... Now, I wrote this down and then had to look into what it is. A former degaussing station. Do you know what that is?
Is that a medical?
No.
No.
They measure and neutralise the magnetic signature of naval vessels.
Ah.
It also has a restaurant and a popular public sauna. The strait that once existed between Susisaari and Kustanmiekka has been filled in.
Okay.
So that is no longer 2 separate islands, but
That's just one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so yeah, that's it for now. Now, my suggestion is that we follow the blue route.
All right.
I've never done that here.
Me either.
Many times I've been here. It's about 1.5 kilometres.
Okay.
So it's not massive.
Okay.
So as you get off the ferry, you walk towards the long pink building, salmon pink
Yes.
building, which is the old barracks, or one of them. And there you can find the blue route. I am gonna overwhelm you with facts. No fiction in this one.
Okay.
So, Suomenlinna Church, completed in 1854, designed by architect Konstantin Toni.
Right.
It was originally an Orthodox church of the Russian garrison of Viapuri, dedicated to St. Alexander of Neva. It was converted to Lutheran after Finland gained independence because during the Young Republic it was no longer considered appropriate for the Russian-style church to be the first to greet those entering the city from the sea. In the spring of 1918, the Alexander Nevsky Church was converted into an evangelical Lutheran garrison church. The icons were removed, the onion domes on the four side towers were dismantled and replaced with simple tower spires. In the autumn of 1922, the Ministry of Defence announced an architectural competition for the complete renovation of the church, the aim being to create a new Lutheran appearance for the church that would fit better with the city skyline. The competition was won by architect Einar Sjöström's classical proposal, but the renovation of the Suomenlinna church wasn't carried out until 1927 to 29 due to budget disagreements, and there were a lot of those. There's a massive list of who said what and how and why, and you know.
Okay, so nothing has changed when it comes to government spending. Good
Pretty
to know.
much, yeah. The renovations changed the appearance of the church almost completely. The exterior walls, previously structured with columns and ornaments, were made smooth and plastered white. The four side towers were completely removed, and the main tower was changed along with the pavilion to match the rest of the renovation. And that's when the lighthouse was added also.
Okay, just a question.
Yep.
Do we have any old illustrations of how the church looked?
There's 3 or 4 sites that have that.
Okay.
The best picture I found, I think, was actually the one that's on Wikipedia.
Okay.
Of the old church. It's
Alright.
black and white, obviously,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah. So the lighthouse is the tallest in Finland.
Yes.
Do you know what's special about it?
Yeah, flashes the mark H for Helsinki.
Which is what?
Now that I can't remember.
4
but
short flashes is H.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
The church bell located in a separate tower next to the church, which is over there.
Yes.
So to the left side of the church as you're looking at it, is the largest in Finland, weighing 6.683 kilograms. So 6,683 kilograms.
Tons, not kilos.
No, it's in kilos.
You said 6.
6,683 kilograms.
Okay.
It was cast in 1885 in Moscow.
Okay.
Now the sad news. In 2025, the Helsinki Cathedral Parish decided to abandon the church due to cost and low usage. The church will remain in the ownership of Helsinki Parish after this, but its future has not been decided.
Okay. Do people not... Because this used to be the place to get married. Like, do people not get married here anymore? Because they open up the bookings for the summer churches, and I'd been led to believe that Suomenlinna was the church that booked out like, really quickly. Because everyone wants to get married on the island.
The thing is, for, 20 uses in a summer, it's a lot to maintain, isn't it?
Try.
You know,
Yeah.
they had already cut down to only one service a month.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and the interior is quite modern compared to most churches, so it's not the draw that a lot of churches are.
Yeah. I think the draw for this church is the island.
Yeah, I agree, and it is such a distinctive feature on the island that it would be a shame if anything happened to it.
True.
But you can tell from the fact that the grass and the trees are longer than normal that it's starting to be less looked after than it used to be.
I quite like the grownness
I don't have an issue with it.
of the lawns. It sort of fits with archipelago style gardening.
Like lifestyles, yeah.
Nice stuff, yeah.
The dry dock is the oldest in Finland and one of the oldest operational basin docks in the world. Construction of the dry dock began in 1750. The dock basins and maintenance buildings served as the base for the Swedish archipelago's fleet Sveaborg Squadron until 1808. In the 1760s, ships for the archipelago fleet were built at the dock under the direction of the famous ship architect Frederick Henrik Alf Chapman.
Alf Chapman. Yes.
What does that mean?
Okay, so German name, I believe.
Right,
So,
okay.
yeah, like, it's like something
Okay.
like that.
During the Finnish era, so 1918 onwards, the dock initially housed the State Aircraft Facility, which produced the country's first aeroplanes. In the 1930s, the inner basin of the dock was used as a submarine base for the Navy. After World War II, Valmet Oy took over the shipbuilding activities, initially producing repatriation ships for the Soviet Union. Today, traditional and wooden sailing ships are restored in the large basin of the dry dock. The restoration of old ships is managed by Vieporin Telakka, RY, whose goal is to preserve the knowledge and skills related to old sailing ships and their restoration. The area also houses a blacksmith's workshop, a boatyard, and a sailmaker's workshop.
Yep. So that's all.
That's all along the right side of our
Yep,
picture.
Yep.
Yep.
And then on the other side of the picture, actually we can't really see it, but one of Helsinki's guest harbours is situated. So if you are arriving in Helsinki with your own boat, there's only 3 harbours you can really stay at. This is the biggest and maybe the best. Not necessarily the best location, but for facilities. It's quite nice. They have an excellent restaurant, which I can well recommend. We've actually come here with the boat just to eat. So, yeah, a lot of locals will do that as well. Last time we were here, the dry dock was not very dry. It was full of water and these vessels were all floating, but not anymore.
Not many in here at the moment, though.
Not at the moment, no.
I guess they've
But
all been fixed up for summer.
And a lot of ships that are not able to be in the sea during winter, they'll bring them here for winter storage as well.
Well, you can see all the stands for where they would be. This one directly in front of us is quite a big ship.
Yeah. So we are in the great courtyard, standing in front of Augustin Ehrensvärd's
grave.
So this space was actually completed in 1760s, and it was the main square and the administration centre for the fortress.
So who is Augustin Ehrensvärd?
Okay. Actually, it doesn't say.
Because if it was in 1760, that's only 10 years after they turned this into a military island.
Okay, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he died in 1760 because there's actually no date here.
Yeah.
So I think this has come, but the courtyard is from the 1760s.
Right.
And we've got the commandant's house, the main guardhouse, fortress commandments. So the main pier to here is about 1 kilometre. The status of the administrative centre was emphasised architecturally as well.
Okay.
The placement of the buildings and the curved facades create a false perspective, enhancing the grandeur and ceremonial appearance of the square. Okay, so he died 1772.
4th of October. Look,
Okay.
do you want me to give you some info?
Actually, no, because I want to dive into the fact that they actually buried him somewhere else for
Right.
10 years,
Okay.
while they were waiting for the completion of this tomb. So it took them 10 years to get this together, and it was finally completed just before the end of Swedish rule, 1808.
Okay, so he was a field marshal. Field Marshal Count Augustin Ehrensvärd, a Swedish military officer, military architect, artist, creator of the Suomenlinna fortress.
Yep.
So the whole concept was his, basically. He was 62 when he died, which was quite old for the 1700s.
I've got to say, that's a
when
decent age.
you're high up, you do get well looked after.
Oh, this is true. It's actually a very calm place here.
It is, considering all the hustle and bustle, but we are here early in the morning before things have got busy.
True.
Oh, so this burial monument was designed by King Gustav III himself.
Oh.
So that's how important this guy
Okay,
was.
this guy, he was really,
Yeah.
yes.
So, I mean,
we
if-
know he was important, but
Yeah.
when the king is designing your memorial, then you're a big deal.
Yeah. Probably was one of the reasons why Finland was quite happy under Swedish rule at that time. And that's probably a big part of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is an impressive grave, isn't it?
It is, very much so. We are standing at the end of Piper's Park, which
Is it an end or is it a side?
diagonally
I was going to
ends.
say it's kind of square, so there isn't really an end, is there?
Yeah, true. All right, we're standing to
Sorry.
the edge. We are standing. This can stay in. We are standing on the edge of Piper's Park, which has a lover's pond. So it's been such a long time since I've been on this part of the island that the last time I was here, there was no bridge, there was no fence. It was a little
The fence
bit,
was here last time I was here. I don't remember the bridge, but I remember the fence.
and the pond itself was a bit murky and full of, it had lots of, what are these things? Lilies. I don't know,
Yes.
we haven't got very close yet, but maybe they're still lilies. So, veggie patches and gardens were grown in this area.
In the 18th century, in
In
fact.
the 18th century. And the park was first noted on a map back in 1780. And then we've, end of the 19th century, so late 1800s, then an English-style garden starts appearing. We had an open meadow, curved walkways, and actually the hill coming down on the other side here is quite lovely. It's very, very nice.
It's named after Petter Bernhard Piper, who was a commander for the fortress during the Swedish era.
Okay, the Lover's Pond, there's a nice picture.
Oh, and the building over there, which is a cafe
Yes.
at the end of the park, was the first tourist service in Suomenlinna.
Okay. Info
dump.
Info point, yes. All right, so we've got plants here. So we've got some lilacs, pea shrub. We've also added in, all right, a hoary mock orange, Philadelphus pubescens.
There's some foul manor grass too.
All right, we've got some.
Does that mean as you walk past, he goes, "Oh, you bastard"?
Okay, so the Latin
only to the men.
names, the Latin names for plants are so funny sometimes.
That's English.
True, but I mean, it's come from somewhere.
Glycera striata.
Striata, Syringa vulgaris. Anything that's called vulgaris, I have a soft spot for.
Anything vulgar is beautiful.
Exactly. So it does say that there's 3 types of grasses here that are a bit rare, although looking at the grass here, I'm not sure what.
Well,
but
I would say in this country, these are certainly the purple flowered grass is quite rare.
Yeah. Okay, so this sort of field where it's let go, but in a really good way. So you've got lots of different height plants. If we look really closely, there's a lot of bee activity going on here, which is really exciting. So more bees. World cannot have enough bees. And I am going to say the geese here are very used to people. Like, we're walking past geese and they're sleeping and they're not even looking at us. Dan, we've just come out of the submarine.
We have.
How do you feel?
Rebirth.
I don't think I'm claustrophobic, but that every time I go in the submarine, I always come out breathing a sigh of relief. So this is...
And you weren't at war.
Exactly. And we weren't even under the water. So imagine how it must feel to actually be a submariner undersea for weeks at end.
You're not there for weeks on end, though. It's a week at a time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. But, I mean, you
have to come up for air. It's like...
Okay, but still, you can't stand on firm ground.
No. Well, I'm bad on boats, so I would... but to be fair, when you're under the water... all right, in wartime it's not going to be great, but when you're underwater, it's smoother than when you're on water.
True.
So you probably have the feeling of motion sickness much less on a submarine than you do on a boat.
Possibly. But when you're underwater, the sound travels so much.
Yeah, that's true.
Clearer over longer distance, so you don't actually know where... You hear the enemy, but you don't actually know where they are, and you can't kind of, like, open a window and have a peek out.
Oh, if only you could.
If only you could. All right.
Shall I tell you about that submarine then?
Let's talk submarine.
So that submarine was called Vesico. Pedant CV 707 for anyone who's really into their
submarines.
Yeah, warships and stuff. It was built in Turku for Germany and launched in 1933. Finland bought the submarine in 1936, and that was when it was named Vesico. Together with 4 other submarines, it took part in the Finnish Winter and Continuation Wars, 39 to 44. After the war, Vesico was the only Finnish submarine that was not scrapped. After extensive renovation, it was opened to the public as an exhibit of the Military Museum in Suomenlinna in 1973, and actually tomorrow is 50 years.
Woohoo.
Actually, that can't be right, because it said tomorrow is the 50th birthday.
Okay.
So something's wrong along the statistic line there.
So either something happened in 76. Something must have happened in 76.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, tomorrow, well, it will be past by the time this is released. But yes, there's a big anniversary party that we're missing by a day. But it's probably going to be crazy busy tomorrow, so not worth being here for that anyway. But I think that's the first time I've been on a submarine, actually.
Have you not visited Vesico earlier?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, all right. This is maybe the 3rd time I've been here, and every time I'm amazed at how many people lived in that tiny space and where they slept and how they moved around.
Actually, the bunks at the back looked quite comfortable. I gave them a prod. I wouldn't have minded those ones. I wouldn't have wanted to be on the bottom, but the top ones had some space. I've been in camper vans with smaller beds than that.
But did you see the size of the lockers? The locker was tiny.
But what do you need? You need your uniform, and that's about it.
I guess. I mean, yeah, you don't need anything because everything is provided. You're on the job.
All the wonderful food, it was saying.
Dry bread.
Luxury coffee, though. Coffee was their luxury product.
Yes.
No, it's interesting. Worth a visit, I think. And
you can use your museum card.
/app / whatever you want to call it.
Museum card.
Yes.
I'm just going to call it
I think we should.
Card.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have just been to the Suomenlinna Museum.
And we used our museum card to gain access.
I just got to diamond level. I've done it, and it's only the beginning of July, so
well done.
I am now the perfect museum visitor.
Yeah, you are, definitely. Yes.
Yeah, the museum's quite small. I didn't actually look at how much it costs if you don't have a museum card.
I think €16 is certainly the family, but was that a family ticket? Because there was a family in front of us, and I heard €16.
Oh, right, then it's a family ticket. I think it was maybe 10 for an adult or something.
Okay, yeah.
It wasn't huge, but it had some interesting stuff.
It did. So they obviously, over the years that the UNESCO World Heritage have been in charge, they've been excavating sites, and so they've found like all manner of things. So clothes, toys, weapons, old boats, and everything it's nicely laid out. There's a nice, you sort of follow a path as you're going through, like a timeline, I guess you could say. There are some interactive screens that show how things were, how they were built, running you all the way through to modern day. So we saw the dry dock, for example, with water in it and boats floating. There's a video, we didn't stop to watch the video, but I think that might have been all the other screens put together in one film.
Right, yeah.
That sort of, the pictures seem to lend themselves to that. And then upstairs there was...
The glass museum.
The glass museum, which was partly the glass museum from Riihimäki, and then also Suomenlinna glass artists.
Which I was surprised was only started in 1970.
Yeah, quite recent.
I thought it was much more established than that.
Yeah. And then the second part of the space is more about Suomenlinna, the island, and what's here. So it talked about flora and fauna, the difference between winter seasons, how they look after the place, what their concerns are, and a reminder at the end to take care when we're here, walking around.
Yeah. Well, we're currently sitting by a statue.
It's not a statue. We cannot call this a statue.
Before we go into that, I just wanted to say we're sitting looking over a little patch of grass, and I can see at least 10 bumblebees buzzing around the flowers that are in it. It's lovely.
It's really good, yes.
So tell us about the non-statue.
Okay, so it's not a statue, it's a monument. That's the difference.
Right.
So it's not something that has been built. Actually, I think the water component has been. So this is a monument to the prisoners of war that were interned on Suomenlinna during the Finnish Civil War, so 1918-19. About 8,000 prisoners of war were interred here.
That's a lot for the size of the island.
That is a lot. I mean, if you reading some of at one stage Suomenlinna was the most populous place in southern Finland. There was something like, I can't remember, but the only city that was bigger at the time was Turku with 11,000 people.
Wow.
So even Helsinki was not a big place until mid-1800s when the population really started growing. Anyway, back to our 8,000 interred prisoners of war. 1,500 died, mostly because of malnutrition. They just couldn't.
Yeah, it was saying that they were trying to give them 3,000 calories a day, but were hitting barely half of that each day.
Yeah. So Maria Kanervo is the artist that created this. So it's meant to be...
Why do I know that name?
I don't know why you know that name.
She wasn't the woman who did Torso, was she? That we saw in Ulla.
Oh, was she? We'll have to double check that one.
I'm going to have a look at my notes while you're talking.
Right. So it's natural rock, moss, stones, and flowing water. So I think the water is the introduced element, and so it's a very gentle, like just a little trickle that runs over the inscription 1918-19, which obviously refers to the Civil War. Those that died, they actually buried them on Santa Hamina. So, and there is a memorial also on Santa Hamina for them.
Is it one big mass grave?
That I don't know. Well, all right, so Santa Hamina is one of the 60 districts, and we will have to get there eventually. The monument here was opened in 2004.
Okay.
So it's not actually a Ham piece of art, even though you can find it on the Ham website. So we've just done the blue route.
We have done the blue route. It was, for me, it was a little bit down the centre of the island. I know you can take paths off of that and things, but if you're only going to walk the blue route, you're not going to see the island properly, are you?
You will see the main sites, and that's what they say, that you will see the church, and you'll see the dry dock, and you'll see the fortress walls, and you'll see the King's Gate. They are the main sites for sure.
The dry dock wasn't quite on that route though, was it? It was only because the main bridge was closed that we went close enough to the dry dock.
No, but when you're up, when we were up in the great courtyard, then you see it. Yeah. Suomenlinna is best enjoyed in person.
Yeah.
So if you are listening to this and you think, oh, it doesn't sound like there's much there, come to Suomenlinna. Like, there is plenty here, and
I have to say, Suomenlinna for me is one of those places where there's something for all ages.
yes,
Because I brought my young kids here, or my now older kids when they were young, and they had a great day trip here. For people who have Pokemon addicted children, this is an amazing Pokemon island.
Okay,
Yes.
all right, there you go.
In Helsinki, this and the Plague Park.
I mean, the Plague Park. If there's a Pokemon event going on, the Plague Park is insane.
And they've just started another grass cutting thing behind us, so hopefully you can still hear us. Anyway, yes, best visited in person is basically the summation of this. You can spend a happy hour here, you can spend a happy day here. It's that kind of island where you'll always see something new regardless how many times you've been here, I think.
Absolutely, yes, for sure.
And just to sit, there's benches all along the outside of the island, so you can just look out at the sea and watch the boats go by and see life happening and take things at a slow pace. It's nice.
Absolutely. Good for picnics. So, which brings me to my next thing I wanted to say. Just off the ferry terminal, there is a supermarket. So if you decide that, we're going to stay, you can go to the supermarket and buy picnic supplies. There is also a brewery here, and
Did you want to talk about the brewery?
not in too much detail.
Okay.
So there is a brewery here, and
It's Stadin Panama.
Stadin Panama's over there.
Right.
Suomenlinna, Panama.
Right.
So the Fortress Islands Brewery. The beers that they sell on tap here have been brewed here. If they have something in bottle or can, then that has come from somewhere else. Okay. So they actually have a bigger facility off the island. Yeah, because water is limited here. So yes.
Yeah. How do they get water to the island? Is there undersea pipes?
There's undersea pipes. There's also a tunnel that connects Suomenlinna with the mainland for emergency vehicles.
Could we get a trip in that, do you think?
The only way you're getting a trip in that is in an ambulance, so that's not something I recommend. There is a second, so most people come on the passenger ferry, which sometimes takes cars, but usually it's just bicycles and pedestrian. There is a second vehicle ferry, so like a Lossi, these big drive-on styles that goes from Katianoka, that comes here a couple of times a day for deliveries.
Big deliveries.
Big deliveries, yes.
Okay. Well, I think that's it for Suomenlinna.
I think that's it. Do yourself a favour, come and visit.
Yeah, do. And also, for those people who like live music, the Linna Bar now has live music 2 or 3 times a week. So you've got an excuse as well, which some people need that little motivational
They need
push.
a nudge, yeah.
So that's well worth coming for. I've spoken to a couple of bands who have played there, and they've said it's a really nice place to play and a really nice bar, so that's worth checking out.
And if you're after a good value lunch, the Valimo bar, which is part of the guest harbour, they do the most amazing pike balls. Oh, okay. There's like it's like minced up pike.
Fish balls.
Fish balls, yeah, they are really good. But Dan, where are we heading next?
We're going a lot more centre of the city, aren't we? We're hitting Kamppi next.
Yes, so zone number 5, area number 5. Is it
you
zone?
said 4.
4. It's 4.
I said 5. You said no. You're wrong.
It's 4. It's 4. Area 4.
We did spin for it,
We
and
did spin.
I spun number 4, which is Kamppi.
Kamppi, yes.
So much to see and do in Kamppi. Might as well just have a shopping trip.
Oh my God, do we have to? Oh.
All right. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll be back with a bonus episode next week.
Okay. Thanks
Eva.
Dan.
Ah!
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Heather.